The great minds that changed the world, the journey to success of 5 legendary billionaires. The history of global business has witnessed extraordinary individuals, those who not only amassed wealth but also shaped the future. They were not born into riches, nor did they have a smooth path laid out for them. Yet, through unwavering determination, strategic vision, and an indomitable spirit, they built empires worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, with a simple lifestyle but an unparalleled investment mindset, turning Berkshire Hathaway into one of the world's largest conglomerates. Bernard Arnault, the luxury king, who built the LVMH empire, dominating the fashion and luxury industry with legendary brands such as Louis Vuitton, Dior, and Fendi. Larry Ellison, a college dropout and rebellious visionary who transformed Oracle into a software giant, challenging Microsoft and revolutionizing data technology. Elon Musk, the mad genius of the modern world, who overcame countless failures to establish Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and Starlink, relentlessly pursuing the dream of taking humanity to Mars. Jeff Bezos, the man who started in a small garage, relentlessly pursuing his vision of the everything store, turning Amazon into the largest e-commerce platform on the planet. Although they come from different industries, ranging from technology and finance to luxury goods, their common traits include an unyielding spirit of innovation, bold decision-making, and the willingness to face failure head-on. Join us in exploring the extraordinary journeys of these 5 billionaires, how they started, the challenges they overcame, and how they reached the pinnacle of success. This is not just a story about wealth, it is a lesson in determination, strategy, and an unbreakable will, factors that have helped them make history. 1. Jeff Bezos, from a small warehouse to Amazon's trillion-dollar empire. On a sweltering summer day in 1994, inside a small garage in Seattle, a man was diligently working at an old wooden desk, surrounded by towering stacks of books. He quietly entered data, checked orders, and when the first order came in, he couldn't hide his radiant smile. That man was Jeff Bezos, and he had just laid the foundation for what would become one of the largest e-commerce empires on the planet, Amazon. Early years, a curious mind with big dreams. Jeff Bezos was born in 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. From an early age, he showed signs of brilliance, curiosity, and a knack for dismantling things around the house. At just 3 years old, he tried to make his crib with a screwdriver because he wanted to sleep in a regular bed like an adult. Growing up, Bezos spent his summers at his grandfather's ranch in Texas, where he learned the value of hard work, repaired machinery, and developed an innovative mindset. These formative years instilled in him perseverance and a passion for problem-solving. He later attended Princeton University, majoring in computer science and electrical engineering. After graduating, he landed a high-paying job on Wall Street. But despite his financial success, he felt unfulfilled. He didn't want to just work for someone else, he wanted to change the world. A bold idea and the decision to risk it all. In 1994, while working at a major investment firm, Bezos came across a report stating that internet usage was growing at an astonishing rate of 2.300% per year. He immediately saw an unprecedented business opportunity. He made a list of 20 products that could be sold online and ultimately settled on books. They were easy to ship, inexpensive, and in high demand. Bezos then faced a life-changing decision. Should he leave his stable, high-paying job to pursue his dream? Or should he continue down the safe path? He chose risk. As Bezos later recalled, "When I'm 80, I don't want to regret not having tried." With that, he quit his job and, along with his wife, drove from New York to Seattle to start Amazon. Along the way, he drafted his business plan right in the car. Amazon began in a small warehouse, equipped with nothing more than an old desk, a computer, and a dream. Bezos and his tiny team worked 18-hour days, packing books, handling orders, and responding to customer emails themselves. But challenges came quickly. Website glitches were frequent. Some days, they only had a handful of orders. Competitors mocked the idea of selling books online. Yet Bezos refused to quit. His guiding philosophy was, "We will build this company for customers, not for short-term profits." He revolutionized online shopping by creating personalized book recommendations using algorithms, allowing customer reviews, something traditional bookstores never did. In 1997, Amazon went public, but investors doubted its potential. Critics said, Amazon can never compete with giants like Barnes and Noble. But Bezos had a much bigger vision. He didn't just want to sell books. He wanted Amazon to become the everything store, expanding the empire, taking bold risks. After conquering the book market, Bezos expanded Amazon into new categories: electronics, clothing, toys, groceries, you name it. Amazon sold it. But he didn't stop there. Revolutionizing reading, when people believed physical books would always dominate, Bezos launched Kindle, an e-reader that changed the way people consumed knowledge. Pioneering cloud computing, seeing the future of cloud technology, he developed Amazon Web Services, AWS, which now powers millions of businesses worldwide. AWS is Amazon's most profitable division today. Betting on AI and voice technology, he spearheaded Alexa, the smart assistant that lets people control their homes with their voice. Criticism, crises, and overcoming all challenges. As Amazon grew into a dominant force, criticism followed. Ruthless business tactics, crushing small competitors, extreme workplace demands, pushing employees to their limits, fierce competition from Walmart, eBay, and Alibaba. But Bezos remained unshaken, sticking to his philosophy. If you focus on competitors, you'll always fall behind. But if you focus on customers, you'll always lead. In 2018, Amazon hit a historic milestone, a $1 trillion valuation, making Bezos the richest person on Earth. Reaching for the stars, the space dream. E-commerce wasn't enough for Bezos. He dreamed of space exploration. He founded Blue Origin, a private space company aiming to colonize Mars and make space travel accessible. In 2021, he personally flew to space, marking a historic milestone in commercial spaceflight. Lessons from Jeff Bezos' journey. Jeff Bezos' life is a testament to vision, persistence, and relentless innovation. From a garage startup to a trillion-dollar empire, he reshaped the way people shop, read, and use technology. And his greatest lesson? Always think big, never stop experimenting, embrace failure, and keep moving forward. The world belongs to those who dare to change it. 2. Warren Buffett, the legendary investor, and his simple philosophy of wealth. One summer morning in 1956, inside a small room in Omaha, a young man sat intently reading financial newspapers, holding an old pencil, carefully jotting down numbers. There were no grand offices, no modern computers, only a sharp mind and an unwavering investment philosophy. That man was Warren Buffett. He didn't have a glamorous start, but within just a few decades, he became one of the wealthiest individuals on the planet and the greatest investor of all time. Early life: a boy with a business mind. Born on August 30th, 1930, in Omaha, Nebraska, USA, Warren Buffett displayed a natural talent for business and a passion for making money from an early age. At age 6, while other kids were playing, Buffett bought a 6-pack of Coca-Cola for 25 cents and sold each bottle for 5 cents, making a 5-cent profit. At age 11, he made his first stock investment, buying shares of an oil company for $38 per share. When the price dropped to $27, he panicked but held on. Eventually, when the price reached $40, he sold for a small profit, only to see the stock later rise to $200. This was his first big lesson. Patience is the key to successful investing. From newspaper boy to Benjamin Graham's star student. As a teenager, Buffett was relentless in earning and saving money. He sold newspapers, collected and resold used golf balls, fixed pinball machines and rented them to barbershops. By age 16, he had saved over $5, equivalent to tens of thousands of dollars today. Buffett's passion for investing led him to read every financial book in the local library. One book changed his life, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. A legendary investor. At Columbia University, Buffett studied under Graham, who taught him a fundamental principle: buy businesses for less than their intrinsic value. This became the foundation of value investing, the strategy that would make Buffett a legend. Building the Berkshire Hathaway empire. After graduating, Buffett worked at Benjamin Graham's investment firm, but soon realized he wanted to work for himself. In 1956, with $105 from family and friends, he launched Buffett Partnership Limited. His early investments consistently outperformed the market, delivering 30% annual returns, far exceeding the Dow Jones Index. Round pushpin in 1965. Buffett acquired Berkshire Hathaway, originally a failing textile company. Instead of giving up, he transformed it into a global investment powerhouse, acquiring stakes in Coca-Cola, American Express, The Washington Post, Apple. Buffett's investment philosophy is simple yet incredibly effective. Invest in great businesses with strong competitive advantages and hold them for the long run. He never chased market trends or engaged in speculation. Instead, he focused on fundamental business value. Mistakes, market crashes, and lessons learned. Even the greatest investors make mistakes. Buffett's biggest blunder was buying Dexter Shoe Company, which resulted in hundreds of millions in losses for Berkshire Hathaway. Yet, rather than hiding his failure, he openly admitted, if you make a mistake, don't try to cover it up. Learn from it and move forward. During the 2008 financial crisis, when panic spread, Buffett invested billions in banks and major corporations like Goldman Sachs, Bank of America. As the economy recovered, he made tens of billions in profits. His famous advice on dealing with market downturns: be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. A billionaire with a humble lifestyle. Despite amassing a $100 plus billion fortune, Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31.500. Doesn't use a smartphone or social media. Eats breakfast at McDonald's, spending around $3 per meal. His belief: money is just a tool, not the goal of life. Unlike many billionaires, Buffett won't leave most of his wealth to his children. Instead, he pledged to donate 99% of his fortune to charity. Partnering with Bill Gates in the Giving Pledge. Encouraging billionaires to give back. His view on inheritance: I want my children to have enough money to do anything, but not so much that they do nothing. The timeless lessons from Warren Buffett. Buffett's life proves that success doesn't come from luck, it comes from discipline, patience, and the right mindset. Key lessons from Warren Buffett. Patience and long-term thinking. Invest as if you're buying a business, not just a stock. Save and spend wisely. If you buy things you don't need, you'll soon have to sell things you do need. Lifelong learning. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Give back to society. True success is not measured by the money you make, but by the number of people you help. A legacy of simplicity and wisdom. Warren Buffett is more than just an investing legend, he is a philosopher of wealth, simplicity, and generosity. He has proven that true wealth is not just about money, but also about knowledge, discipline, and kindness. And as Buffett famously said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. 3. Bernard Arnault, the luxury king and his journey to building the LVMH empire. One early morning in Paris, Bernard Arnault sat by the window of his high-end office, his eyes focused on the bustling streets below. On his desk were financial reports from Louis Vuitton, Dior, Moet and Chandon, Givenchy, some of the world's most luxurious brands, all under the ownership of the LVMH group. From a young engineer in the construction industry, Bernard Arnault transformed himself into the world's richest man, the mastermind behind the most powerful luxury empire on the planet. But his journey was far from easy. It is a story of sharp vision, bold decisions, and an unyielding spirit that never backed down. Born on March 5, 1949. In Roubaix, a small town in northern France, Bernard Arnault grew up in a family that owned a small construction company called Ferret-Savinal, specializing in civil engineering. From an early age, he showed exceptional intelligence and a keen business sense. He attended the prestigious École Polytechnique, a school that trained France's top economic leaders. After graduation, he returned to work for the family business. But he had no intention of staying in construction. He had a different dream: to conquer the world of luxury. The turning point: acquiring Dior. In 1981, when the French government pursued leftist policies, Arnault's family business faced the risk of nationalization. Instead of waiting for fate to decide, he moved to the United States, where he spent time observing the market and learning from major corporations like General Electric. But France was still his homeland, and Arnault knew that the greatest opportunities often arose in times of chaos. In 1984, he learned that the textile conglomerate Boussac Saint Frère, the owner of Dior, was on the brink of bankruptcy. While others saw a collapsing company, Arnault saw a golden opportunity. With $15 million of his own money and a bank loan, he acquired Boussac Saint Frère. Instead of keeping the entire company, he sold off unnecessary assets, holding on to just one gem, Dior. This bold and strategic move saved Dior from bankruptcy and turned it into one of the world's leading luxury brands. Arnault once said, "The biggest opportunities come from places where others give up." Building the LVMH empire. After his success with Dior, Arnault did not stop. He realized that the future of luxury was not in a single brand but in an ecosystem of top-tier brands. In 1987, two of France's largest luxury groups, Louis Vuitton and Moet Hennessy, merged to form LVMH, Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy. However, internal conflicts and power struggles pushed the company into crisis. Arnault saw his chance. He quietly bought LVMH shares piece by piece, and by 1989, he had successfully taken control of the conglomerate after an intense power struggle. From there, he began shaping LVMH into the world's largest luxury group, now owning over 75 prestigious brands, including fashion and leather goods, Louis Vuitton, Dior, Fendi, Givenchy, Celine, Loewe, fragrances and cosmetics, Guerlain, Sephora, Fenty Beauty, watches and jewelry, Tag Heuer, Bulgari, Hublot, wines and spirits, Moet and Chandon, Dom Perignon, Hennessy. Arnault firmly believes that luxury is not just about products, it is about emotions. Customers do not buy a bag, they buy a dream. The strategy for success, the art of control. Arnault did not just acquire brands, he protected their heritage, ensuring that every product retained its finest craftsmanship and exclusivity. Three key principles guided his leadership. Preserve brand identity, never dilute the uniqueness of each label. Recruit top designers. He brought in geniuses like John Galliano, Marc Jacobs, and more recently, Virgil Abloh to elevate Louis Vuitton. Expand globally, bringing European luxury brands to conquer Asia, America, and the Middle East. Arnault once said, "Every brand has a story. Our job is to tell that story in the most beautiful way." Not every move was a victory. He attempted to acquire Gucci but lost to François Pinault, the owner of Kering, Levi's biggest rival. Instead of dwelling on the loss, he focused on strengthening LVMH, turning Louis Vuitton into the most valuable luxury brand in the world. Under his leadership, LVMH's revenue skyrocketed from $4 billion in 1989 to over $80 billion in 2023, making him the world's richest man at various times. A reserved and disciplined billionaire. Despite amassing a fortune of hundreds of billions of dollars, Arnault remains a private and disciplined individual. He does not flaunt wealth like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. He does not drive flashy supercars or showcase his riches. He works 12 hours a day, personally reviewing even the smallest company reports. His philosophy is simple: work as if you were just beginning. Lessons from Bernard Arnault. See opportunity where others see failure. He acquired Dior when it was on the verge of collapse. Be patient and focus on long-term value. He built LVMH over 30 years. Protect brand value. Do not follow trends, create them. Stay disciplined with a clear strategy. Success does not come from luck. Bernard Arnault is not just a billionaire, he is a master strategist who transformed luxury into a trillion-dollar industry. And his greatest lesson is this: do not chase money, chase greatness, and money will chase you. Four. Larry Ellison, the rebel and his journey to building the Oracle Empire. The sun is setting over the Hawaiian Sea, and a luxurious yacht glides through the calm waves. On the deck, a man with sharp eyes sips a glass of wine, gazing at the vast ocean. He is not just a billionaire, a great founder, but also a legend in the world of technology. Larry Ellison, from a boy disregarded by his adoptive father, a college dropout, to the man who built Oracle, one of the largest software companies in the world. His life is the story of a rebel who never accepted failure. An entrepreneur with iron will, ready to challenge every limit. A troubled childhood. Lawrence Joseph Ellison was born on August 17, 1944, in New York City, USA. When he was just 9 months old, he contracted severe pneumonia and was sent to Chicago to live with his aunt and uncle because his biological mother could not care for him. From a young age, Ellison felt the coldness from his adoptive father, who always saw him as useless. His father often scolded him. "You will never amount to anything." But instead of submitting, Ellison was determined to prove that he was not ordinary. He was a rebellious child, fascinated by machinery, passionate about mathematics but uninterested in the traditional education system. He once said, "School taught me to follow rules, but I was not born to obey what others set." Dropping out and finding his own path, Ellison attended the University of Illinois. But after his second year, his adoptive mother passed away, and he dropped out. He later enrolled at the University of Chicago but attended only one semester before leaving again. By then, his adoptive father looked down on him even more. But Ellison did not care. He decided to move to California, Silicon Valley, the place where technology dreams came true. There, he worked various jobs as a programmer and software engineer but never felt satisfied with working for others. He realized that he did not want to work under someone else but wanted to create something great. A bold idea and the birth of Oracle. In 1977, Ellison read an article by Edgar F. Codd, a British computer scientist, about relational databases, a new technology that could revolutionize data storage and retrieval. Ellison saw the future in it and decided to take action. Along with 2 colleagues, he founded Software Development Laboratories, SDL, with just $1.200 in capital. In 1979, the company was renamed Relational Software Inc., and later became Oracle Systems Corporation. Named after their first database product, Oracle. In the early days, Oracle struggled. The company lacked capital, the team was small, and many potential customers did not trust the new technology. But Ellison did not give up. He personally sold the product, persuaded customers, and took risks to pursue his vision. He had a philosophy: the only way to win is to never give up. Then a major opportunity came. The CIA became Oracle's first customer, giving the company a critical breakthrough. From a small startup to a software giant. During the 1980s, Oracle exploded in growth. Their product became the industry standard, making it easier for businesses to store and manage data. In 1986, Oracle went public, making Ellison a millionaire. But then Oracle faced a severe crisis. The company reported inflated revenue to make financial statements look better. The stock price plummeted, losing 80% of its value in just 1 year. The company was on the brink of bankruptcy. In such a situation, many CEOs would have given up. But Ellison did not. He fired top executives, restructured the company, changed strategy, and brought Oracle back on track. By 2000, Oracle officially became the world's largest database software company, surpassing IBM. Ellison once said, "You don't have to be smarter than your competitors. You just have to be willing to work harder than they do." Battles and an unyielding spirit. Ellison was not just a great businessman, he was a warrior in the marketplace. In 1990, when Microsoft launched SQL Server, Ellison knew that a battle with Bill Gates was inevitable. Instead of being afraid, he publicly declared war on Microsoft, stating, "We will not let them monopolize the market. Oracle will win." In the end, Oracle held its ground, continuing to dominate the enterprise database sector. Ellison did not hesitate to acquire competitors, turning Oracle into an unstoppable giant. He acquired over 100 companies, including Sun Microsystems, owner of the Java programming language, PeopleSoft, Siebel Systems, major enterprise software companies. He believed that, if you don't innovate, you will be crushed. Unlike Warren Buffett, who lives simply, or Bill Gates, who focuses on philanthropy, Ellison is a true high roller. He owns a private island in Hawaii, worth $600 million. He has a collection of luxury yachts, private jets, and supercars. He is a professional yacht racer and once won the America's Cup. But despite his lavish lifestyle, Ellison works like a warrior, never resting. Lessons from Larry Ellison. Do not let anyone decide your fate. His adoptive father looked down on him, but he proved his greatness. Always work harder than your competitors. Ellison was not a genius, but he never gave up. Always be ready to fight. In business, you must be strong to survive. Innovate or be left behind. He continuously acquired and improved Oracle. Larry Ellison is not just a businessman but a rebel who changed the world of technology. And as he once said, dream big, never be afraid, and if you fail, stand up and fight again. 5. Elon Musk, the great madman and his journey to conquer the world. A quiet night at the rocket launch site in Boca Chica, Texas. The flames from Starship's thrusters illuminate the night sky, among hundreds of engineers anxiously monitoring every data point. Elon Musk, a man with sharp eyes and unkempt hair, stands there, focused. From a bullied boy in South Africa, a young man sleeping on couches while starting his career, to the person who revolutionized the automotive, energy, space, and artificial intelligence industries, Elon Musk has written one of the most extraordinary stories of our time. He is not just accumulating wealth, he is changing the fate of humanity. The childhood of a dreamer. Elon Musk was born in 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. From an early age, he was different, passionate about reading, especially science fiction and physics. Brutally bullied at school, once beaten until unconscious. Self-taught programming at age 10. And at 12, sold his first software, a game called Blaster, for $500. Musk always believed that, my purpose is to change the world, not just live an ordinary life. At 17, he decided to leave South Africa, knowing that if he wanted to conquer space, the United States was the place to do it. From poverty to millionaire, Musk arrived in Canada with almost nothing, taking on various jobs to survive, cleaning boilers, washing dishes, and working as a laborer. He later studied at the University of Pennsylvania, where he focused on physics and economics. But more importantly, he nurtured ambitions greater than ever before. The internet would change the world. Sustainable energy was the future. Humanity needed to colonize Mars to survive. After graduation, Musk enrolled in a PhD program at Stanford but dropped out after just 2 days to start Zip2, an online mapping and business directory platform. In 1999, Zip2 was sold to Compaq for $307 million United States dollars, earning Musk $22 million United States dollars. At 28, he went from having nothing to becoming a millionaire, building a billion-dollar empire. Not satisfied with Zip2's success, Musk founded X.com, an online payment company. It later merged with Confinity to form PayPal. However, as PayPal grew, the board of directors ousted Musk, forcing him to leave the company he built. Despite this, in 2002, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion United States dollars, netting Musk $165 million United States dollars. With this money, he could have retired and lived a luxurious life. But Musk did not. He had even bigger dreams. Space rockets. electric cars, renewable energy, and he was willing to risk everything to make them a reality. SpaceX, laughing in the face of science. In 2002, Musk founded SpaceX with the goal of reducing rocket launch costs and sending humans to Mars. Everyone laughed at him. Rockets are not a joke. Elon. No one can do this except NASA and governments. But Musk believed that, if something is important enough, even if you fail, you still have to do it. Between 2006 and 2008, SpaceX faced constant failure. The first 3 rocket launches all exploded. Musk was nearly bankrupt. He had invested almost all his money into SpaceX and Tesla. By the 4th test, Musk placed everything on the line. If it failed, SpaceX would shut down. But then Falcon 1 successfully launched. NASA immediately signed a $1.6 billion United States contract with SpaceX. Elon Musk had officially changed the aerospace industry. Tesla, redefining the auto industry. While struggling with SpaceX, Musk also invested in Tesla, a fledgling electric car startup. In 2008, Tesla was on the verge of bankruptcy, and Musk had to use his own money to save the company. He said, "I would rather go bankrupt than see Tesla die." Today, Tesla is the most valuable electric car company in the world, making Musk the richest man on the planet. The steel mind of Elon Musk. Beyond SpaceX and Tesla, Musk has built many other companies. Solar City, solar energy. Neuralink, brain-computer interface. The Boring Company, tunnel transportation. X, Twitter, OpenAI, Starlink. Musk is not afraid to experiment and is willing to fail hundreds of times. I want to die on Mars. Just not by crashing into it. Musk is not perfect. He is criticized for his extreme work ethic. He once slept on the factory floor to speed up Tesla's production. He is called crazy, but his results always earn the world's respect. Musk once said, "Those who do not take risks will never change the world." Lessons from Elon Musk. Dare to dream big. Musk does not just want success. He wants to change humanity. Embrace failure. Failure is part of success. Work relentlessly. He works 100 hours a week. Go against the crowd when the world says, impossible. Musk says, let's try. Elon Musk is not just a billionaire. He is a great madman. Someone who constantly challenges every limit. And as he once said, the future belongs only to those crazy enough to change it.